Hey guys, I decided to just make everything into videos, and this is an art student who had written me to ask questions about this painting. Kelly, this is for you. Let's see. What characteristics of oil made me want to use it for this painting? Well, oil is what I paint with, which is what I've been painting with since I started learning it at 15, so a long time ago, and that's just what I use. I'm no longer deciding on switching mediums very often when I'm working. Oil is my medium. I decided to use it in the first place because that's what they were teaching. So that's what I started learning. It was very circumstantial. And it's such a rich and dynamic and flexible medium. I mean, I've just not yet reached the limits of its capabilities. There. Next, she asks, what emotions were you trying to convey when you created this? So I wasn't trying to convey any emotions. That's just not how my process works. I think that when I first started painting, I also imagined that I would come up for a concept for a painting and then go and gather all the pieces and construct it based on the concept. But that just never worked out for me. I do know painters who do that. They have a concept and they're more like allegorical painters. They have a story or an idea or a commentary to make on society or things like that, and then they construct it. But for me, it's just the image. There I was. I think you can see a little, where am I? A little brown grass here, green grass. I don't know how to point with this here. That was the house I bought and I lived in for 2 years in Detroit, and it was a hot day, hence the water and the snacks, and we were working on the lawn, and I just found the image in real life compelling and took pictures as I usually do. And later, going through all the images that I take all the time, this just struck me. And what I liked is that the over there, the trees in the background reminded me of dinosaurs. So I kind of swooped that line up to kind of make it like that. I think I was a little bored in the suburbs. And I wanted it to be more magical. And so this painting ended up being kind of like me infusing magic into the mundane a bit. And also just recording this moment in my life. So oftentimes I find looking back on a painting is when I realize what emotions I was having, what part of my life I'm going through, and what it means. Next, she asks if there's any artists with whom I share similar views. Well, I have no idea. I'm sure there are. I find being a painter is pretty solitary in my experience. Most of my friends are not painters. I guess they could also be artists if they were other kind of artists. And I don't know, I share similar views as the people who I surround myself sometimes. Yeah, I really can't tell you the answer to that question. I think perhaps maybe why you were asking that, and then maybe refining the question would be helpful in the future if you're asking questions. Like, what is a view that you're, like, what kind of view? About painting? About art? About being a painter? So, sorry, I can't shed light on that. I'm just not sure what you're going for. All right, I hope that's helpful. Anyone else who has questions, who's a student who wants to interview, send them on and I'll make videos. All right.